2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Claremont or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning, Natalie. Ross.
Morning.
On the show today, Jimmy Carr. Gotta love him.
God, he's a big-time comedian.
Yeah, he is.
God, it's funny when you get this chance to speak to these guys because they're so international.
I know.
You think, how the hell are we getting a chance?
Yeah.
But he's coming to Perth, so that is good news.
And he was like in a car between Gothenburg and Copenhagen.
Amazing.
Amazing,
Yeah.
Clear as
isn't
day,
it?
too.
Yeah, so good. Big question of the day, though, is Sean being bullied by Daisy Pearce?
Oh,
We got
she's
audio.
great. She's great.
Have a
She
listen.
might have sledged me. You be
We're
the
not
judge.
sure. Or she was making a joke that just didn't land. Could have gone either way.
And the one other thing we thought was hilarious was when Peter Dutton kicked a football and injured a cameraman.
Got
He was
him!
really excited until the blood.
It is all good fun until somebody's bleeding all over the place. Plus, we did discuss like walks of shame and the like. You know, when you can't get home after a big night out.
Sean had a lot of stories about it.
They're all about other people, though, Ross.
Yeah, but other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good morning, Megan.
Hey, wink, wink.
Let's go.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean. Nova 937. There's no one better, yeah, I know.
It's 6:04. Nathan and Sean. Ross is here as well.
Hey, Ross.
How good's a Monday?
Roscoe.
Whole
Mondays
week
are
ahead,
great.
5 days of work.
Shut up, Ross. You're on holidays from tomorrow.
I didn't say that because of that. I just remembered that as I tried to.
Are you
So
kidding
what
me?
you're saying is one day of work. Is that what you're saying?
Well, in this instance, yes. But sometimes it's nice to convince yourself it's okay on a Monday. That's what I was trying to do. Then I realised I am on holiday
Hey,
tomorrow.
It is okay on a
You, had
Monday.
me, you actually had me convinced.
Yeah.
And then Nat throws that at us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks, Nat.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
Nat.
wonder
hang
you've
on,
got a
wait.
spring in your
how
step.
How am I the bad guy?
Yeah,
here?
No, you're not a bad guy. I'm just looking more so at you. Like, God.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
It's a bit early to be carried home, isn't it? Unless you've had a massive one last night.
I dare say there'll be a fair few people.
6:30 on a Monday.
Yeah. When you've woken up on someone else's house and you're going through their bills just to find out where you are. Shit.
Sean, why?
I'm going to ring Nat. She's got to pick me up. Where are you?
Years ago, when I lived in Wembley, there was my flatmate brought this guy home, but my room was had the window that faced the veranda. So, and this guy, he's done exactly that. He's woken up like, I don't know where I am. I need to call a taxi. And he's gone outside to try and check the house number. I think he knew what street we're on, but he didn't know the house number. And so then when he's come back, he's locked himself out and all his stuff is inside. And so he starts tapping on the window to wake me up because my window is accessible. And so, yeah, then I had to let him in. I'm like, oh, hey, mate. And he's just like, oh, sorry, I just went out to find out what the address was. And I'm like, oh, well, if you're going to wake me up anyway, I could have just told you.
I love stories
50
like
minutes
that.
and stream.
It happens so often.
I don't know if it does.
Oh, it does. I remember getting a call from a couple of mates I played footy with at the time, and they're like, "Can you come and get us?" This was Monday morning, and they'd been at Club Bayview after a Sunday night Club Bayview, and they've rolled up to a couple of chicks' house, but they never knew where they were.
No.
So they walked down. So it turns out they were in Maylands, and there was this deli kind of like near the river, and they were at this deli, and they got the guy. There's no payphone, but they asked the guy if they can borrow the phone.
Yeah.
And I've driven from Burragoon at the time to go and pick them up, and
For
then
the walk of
just
shame.
come back and put some of my clothes off, and then off to training. We went by about mid-morning. So
You have many stories, I feel, like just like that, don't you?
I
Sean?
reckon a lot of people do. If you've got one, please feel free to call us now on 13 24 10 because I like those stories.
Okay. So
Sean's
what are we asking for? The morning after.
Have you ever woke at someone else's house and not known where the hell you are?
And what did you do
to get home?
Did you have to go outside? Did you go through their mail? What did you do to find out where you were so you could get someone to come and pick you up?
100%.
All right. If you've been there, now's your time.
One of my mates, Grinners.
Grinners.
Anyone called Grinners is the story suits.
Winners are, yes.
Yeah, he met a lovely lady and stayed the night, and she lived opposite the Royal Show, and it was during the Royal Show time. He woke up and he didn't have any money for a taxi, so he he sold her lawn for car bays.
Got the
To
money
get some
for the
cash.
Got some money, got out of there.
See, Entrepreneurial. I like
Grinners.
that. He's
Amazing,
thinking.
Ross.
Grinners, well done.
Dick Smith.
Sam's in Canning Vale. Morning, Sam.
Morning.
Hey,
Okay,
Sam.
Sam, talk to us. Have you got a story like this?
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was one of my casuals many years ago. He used to like going out on a Friday night and, hitting the clubs and whatever. And I get this text message one Saturday morning. He was, I think, about 7 and he was meant to start at 7:30 going, so I've just woken up in Sorrento. I don't know how I'm going to get home, but I'll make it to work. I'll get there. Okay, no worries. 11:30 he turned up at work looking dishevelled and feeling very sorry for himself. And we're still friends to this day, and he still doesn't live it down. That was one of many stories, but that was the funniest.
Why did it take him so long? He had.
What did he walk or something?
I'm pretty sure he started walking, and I think, I can't remember, but I think he caught a bus and then maybe a taxi or something like that. But yeah, it was something, it was
an
You'll never live
odyssey,
it down.
put it that way.
Yeah.
Sam,
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
definitely.
At the beginning of your story, when he said one of my casuals, I didn't immediately think of you as a manager. I thought of you as somebody who had a bunch of casual hookups ready to go.
I thought, okay.
Yeah. But no, you meant casual
one of my casuals.
employees.
Yeah, I was a little. I go through the alphabet when I'm a little toey and just go through.
Yeah, that's right. He was third on the list, but he got the call up that night. Good on you, Sam.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Ready to play?
Yeah.
NRL. Knockout. Nathan, Nat and Sean know you'd rather be watching the rugby doubleheader at Optus Stadium. Make it happen with the Bankwest Best Seats.
Okay, this weekend it's happening. The NRL doubleheader is coming to Optus Stadium. It's going to be huge.
It certainly is. I saw a guy at Optus yesterday wearing his South Sydney jumper,
Yes.
and I said to him, mate, you're a week. I said, what are you doing that? You're at the wrong game. He said, I'm a week early, but I'll be here next week as well, wearing the same jumper.
Ready to go.
Getting excited about it. We've got a quiz here. All the answers.
Hang on, you haven't told people what they can win, Sean.
Oh, sorry.
Ross, what's your name?
Well, I'll do that, Ross.
yeah,
So we're going to
this is
celebrate
big.
by giving people the opportunity for the best seats to the doubleheader, thanks to our friends at Bankwest.
Yeah,
Free
this is-
food, free
yeah.
drink. The seats even themselves are fancy, aren't they?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is the fancy part of the stadium.
The Bankwest part's awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
Get
you're not with
involved
the
with that.
common people. You're special.
The quiz answers all start with either the letters N, R, or L. First listener to get 3 wins.
We've got 2 people ready to go. We've got Candace. Hello.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Are you
Great,
a
Candace.
NRL fan, Candace?
No, but I live in a house that is sports mad. Between NFL and BL and CL and ZL, there's some letter in between the N and the L of every sport we watch.
That's amazing, Candace.
That's beautiful, Candace. All right. You're up against Susan from Beelia. Morning, Susan.
Good morning. How are you?
We're great,
Great,
Susan. Susan, where are you out of your sporting knowledge?
NRL probably not too big, but yeah, I do like my sport. That's for sure.
Well, the good
luckily,
news is-
the questions aren't all about
No,
sport. No.
no.
The questions, importantly, the answers either start with N, R, or L, okay?
Alrighty.
All right. It is the first to score 3 correct. You're going to buzz in with your name. Get it right, you take the point. Get it wrong, we'll move on to the next question. Let's test your buzzers. Candace,
Candace.
working well. Susan,
Susan.
firing on all cylinders.
These ladies are up, aren't
They
they?
are up and about on a Monday morning.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Which rock band released the album Nevermind?
Can tell you.
Candace?
Yes, Candace.
Nevermore? No, that's Evermore.
No.
It started with N.
Okay.
Grab
It
the
was-
phone there. Candace, grab the phone.
Nirvana was the answer to that. I know. All right. Similar, that's right. Next question. What is the name of the actor who plays Deadpool?
Candace.
Yes, Candace.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, Candace is on
right.
the board. She's got 1.
That's great. What's happening with Blake Lively?
I know. Oh, no.
Okay, question number 3. Which country is known for the city of Lagos?
Lagos. Yep.
Lagos.
Starts with an N. Starts with an N. Yes, Candace. Buzzed in just in time.
Nigeria.
Yes, Candace. Score check, Ross.
Candace 2, Susan 0.
Come on, Susan.
Candace 1 away from the win.
Are you still there, Susan?
You still there?
Yeah, no, I'm still
That was
there.
Amy asking that question because she's mean. We'll tell you that this answer starts with the letter L, okay?
Okay.
What is the national sport of Canada? Starting with L.
Canada?
Or Candace for the win.
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse it is.
All one. The net.
Native Americans.
Yeah, that's right.
I
You're
like the way she said it better.
headed for the Olympics, in fact, lacrosse.
Crazy.
You've done it,
I've been here
Candace.
6 months. All I can do is picture it.
Yeah, that's right. You got there in the end. You've scored those Bankwest best seats, double pass to this weekend's NRL doubleheader at Optus Stadium. It's going to be huge. All yours. You're going to love that, Candace.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
buddy.
enjoy.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
It's Thirsty Camel's Bursty Camel. Nathan, Nat, and Sean are bursting with energy, and the camel is bursting with great Easter deals. This Easter, shop the way you want, in store and online. Thirsty Camel bottle shops.
We've got our very own balloon stand in the studio and we're ready to play Bursty Camel. There is cash up for grabs. There are different amounts of money in some of the balloons. We're going to be throwing darts on our listeners' behalf and whatever is burst when we throw for them, they get. So there's up to $1,000. Once the $1,000 is gone...
It's gone.
It's gone.
Stacey's in Byford. Stacey, would you like a bit of cash on a Monday morning?
I would love that. Yes, thank you.
And especially cash where you don't have to do anything. That's nice,
good.
isn't it?
That's good.
Stacey, you hang there. We'll get back to you in a second. Luke, hello.
Morning.
Hey, Luke.
All right, Luke. You like cash too, I take it?
Yeah, it'd be good for
I know.
start of the week.
Wouldn't it just? You got anything you need to spend money on?
Oh, there's always things to spend money on.
Not a true word spoken, Luke.
Very specific. Thank you. And Nancy is our third caller. Hello, Nancy.
Good morning, everyone.
Nancy, any pressing issues that you need to solve with some cash, Nance?
There's always bills, but I think I would take myself out for my hubby, I should say as well, for dinner.
No.
Oh, you don't have to take him if you want. It's up to you.
No, it's true. True.
All right.
Go with the girls.
Well, Stacey got through first, so Stacey gets the pick of the arms. Hello, Stace.
Hey, how you going?
So you get to choose. Do you want Sean McManus throwing a dart for you? Do you want T, our newsreader extraordinaire, who's like, she's got the guns out today just quietly too. Yeah. Or do you want me? Who do you want throwing the darts on your behalf?
Okay, I think I'll go with you, Nat.
Okay, sure.
Good
No
work,
problem.
Stace.
All right.
All right, over
Surprising.
to Luke. Luke, your choice is Talisa Ryder or Sean McManus?
I'll go with you, Shawnee.
All
Righto, Lukey boy.
Manpower.
Some cash for you.
And
that means Nancy is with T.
You get T, okay?
Yay, okay.
Yeah, I think she's going to do a great job. All right, so I guess that means I'm going first, yeah?
Yep. Over to you, Ross.
All right.
To me?
Yeah. Give us some commentary, mate.
Okay,
Give us
yeah,
like the
sure.
darts guy.
Nat is up to the board. All right, so there's all the balloons there.
I'm aiming for that yellow one, but I don't know if I'll hit it.
Oh, she's hit it and...
Nothing.
Nothing yet.
That was loud.
Nailed the shot, though.
All right, Shawnee's up next.
Okay, I'm
Listen to
going just over here.
All right, let's pop something. I can't see that.
Split up, there's glitter.
All right, Lukey has got...
Lukey boy. 500 of the best to kick things off.
Good job, Shawnee.
Yeah, good job, Shawnee.
Get that in, you big guy.
That's it. All right, so there's $500 still up there somehow. Could be split. Anyway, Talisa's up.
Okay, maybe I'll try with that green one.
She's popped something. Nothing there. All right, back to Nat and Stacey.
Right.
Stacey standing on $0.
Oh, don't rub it in.
I'm just going to remind you, bro.
Went for black.
Fresh air.
All right, Shawnee's back. Luke, are you going to take some more money out? Here we go. Pop. Oh, nothing. Sorry, Lukey. All right, still $500 up there to Lisa for Nancy. Oh! Was there something? No.
Where's his money?
All right. Back to Lukey. This is taking a bit too
I'm
long.
going to get it. I'm going to get it again.
Shawnee.
That was a fresh air. How embarrassing.
Air
That's
ball.
embarrassing.
Air ball.
Can we take that? I know we're filming this, but can you edit that?
All right, for Nancy, Talisa's up.
Right.
Something in there?
No.
Where is this?
She got 2.
It's gotta be somewhere.
No, it's not in that one either.
All right, going back to Shawnee and Luke.
Sorry,
Do we know
Stacey,
that we
I'm
actually
trying
put any
hard.
more money in?
Hope so.
Okay.
All right, not too many balloons left here. So here we go. For Luke.
No?
No good.
No. To Lisa.
Running out of balloons.
Nancy, here we go.
Is there something?
Something? No. 500 in. Still looking for $500. Nat's up for Stace.
All right, Stacey, let's do it. I'm feeling confident.
Anything? No. Shawnee, Luke again.
Okay.
Anything?
No, that was a low one, Luke. I went for one at the bottom.
How
No.
many balloons have we got left?
Not many.
There's 5 to go.
Nancy, this is for you.
6.
Nothing. All right. Back to
Here we
Stacey.
go, Stacey. Here we go.
Yes.
Only lock.
All right, what do we got for Stace?
We've done it, Stace. We have scored $350.
Yeah, thanks, Nat.
Embarrassing now.
$150 on the line still to be won.
Right, this is for Lukey.
That wasn't
Right, back to Nancy. Oh, air ball.
it. Airball. Don't worry, we'll edit that. We'll put it together with mine.
All right.
All right, this is
3 left.
Here we go.
Stacey again.
Oh, that's nailed it again.
I think that could.
The one, I think it could be $150. Stace. That makes $500 for Stacey as well.
500 for Stacey,
500 for Luke. And do you want to tell Nancy how much she got?
I'm so sorry, Nancy. You've got nothing. Have a great day, though.
Super day. Bye
Nancy,
for now.
you've got T's best wishes. We're doing it all over again tomorrow. Everybody, it's surprisingly hard work, is it? You have to really...
Yeah, I worked up a sweat there.
I know, right? Oh, we'll refill the balloons. Another $1,000 on the line tomorrow with Bursty Camel.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I was at the netball when this happened, but a friend alerted me to this, Sean. I believe that it's about you, so I don't know whether you heard this or not or saw it, but on the coverage of the Dockers game yesterday, before the game, well, we've got the audio. Let's have a listen.
Have a look at the rig on him. Oh, man, his rig is incredible. I mean, he's been out of the game for so long, and, just to have a rig like that, there's a lot of hard work there, and you'd think behind a desk where he always is, you'd think there's no time for training, but it's good. Daisy, how do we feel about that kind of conduct in the team?
Well, he's gone down there to talk about Andrew Brayshaw, and they're only talking about him. So he's well and truly stolen the limelight off the milestone man, which is a shame, but I guess if you've got it...
Flaunt it.
Yeah.
Is Daisy Pearce bullying you? So they're talking about you. So you, where there was Andrew Brayshaw, 150 games?
Yeah, he played his 150th game for the club, which is life membership.
Yeah.
So I was invited during the week to come down to speak about Andy. No one knew other than he didn't know. It was just that Justin and Joe Bridie, who's the general manager of football operations, gave me a call. And Simon Garlick and him thought it'd be a good idea for me to wear my original number 8 jumper.
Yes, because he also wears number 8. So there's a reason for that.
Yeah, there's a synergy. And the first time that jumper or number 8 turned up on the field was against the Western Bulldogs in round 5, 1995.
Yeah, right.
And in the opposite team was Scott West, whose son was playing for the Bulldogs yesterday.
Yes.
Luke Darcy, whose son was the star of the show yesterday. Tony Liberatore's son was out there. And a guy called Matthew Croft, his son didn't play. So the synergy aligned perfectly.
So that made sense.
Yeah.
So why did Daisy Pearce think it was a shame?
I know that word really because I was listening upstairs. It actually cut me a little bit. And
was she trying to be funny?
I think she might have been. She's great to work with. She's so professional, really great at her job.
So why does she hate your guts?
I don't know. I got home, and at the moment when I was listening, I was thinking, I don't know, maybe there was a joke coming, but it just didn't come right.
You somehow upset Daisy Pearce.
Well, you've worked with me a long
did you?
time.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
I don't know what I do, but I have that impact on
Did
some
she
people.
not know about your history with the club? Like, does she not understand that you wore number 8, that you were the first number 8 for the club ever, that you've been involved with the club for since its inception?
Look, I don't think that she would, because she's come over from the East Coast. When I got home, Megan, she said to me, "Oh, I did a really good job," and I said, "Thank you." And then I went to walk away, and she goes, "That lady you were working with, was she mean to you?" And I went,
Sounds like something Mum would say.
well, that's right, because at the time when she said those words, I was sitting there and I was I was a little flat.
Yes.
But getting back to it, Daisy is awesome. She'll be an awesome coach for the West Coast Eagles, and she does an amazing job. So I just put that down to an aberration.
Yeah, and just the visions we got on our socials, I saw it, Sean. I was pumped. It's great vision.
I got great feedback.
He's talking to all the dockers, and then when he gets him up, he takes his black shirt off, and he's wearing the original number 8 shirt underneath.
Yes.
Which is, the biceps looking fantastic. So check out that vision. I was very excited to see it, but I'm sorry you got hurt.
And that was Sonny Walters pumping you up too in that audio that we just played there. And after Daisy said it was a shame, he just looked at her like, what are you saying?
We love you, Sean.
No, that is a shame. That is a shame.
Oh, thanks, Nat.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Jimmy Carr.
Hello.
What? I can't believe your luck. Hello.
I know. We were thinking exactly the same. What the hell do we get the chance to speak to you when you're over in Europe having a good old time at the moment?
Well, I'm on somewhere between Gothenburg and Copenhagen, if anyone's looking for me. It's very nice to have you here. I'm really just phoning in to ask why it takes 3 people to present a morning radio show. It feels like 2 is the classic, so one of you's got to go.
Yeah, that'd be me.
It's Ross. Okay. Bye, Ross. Thanks for being a part of it.
See you, Ross.
Wow, that was way too quick, wasn't it, for everyone? Yeah. Ross is the dead weight here.
No, Jimmy, he's the only one who knows how the desks work, you know, pressing the buttons and turning the microphones off. So it's kind of essential.
Sean and I do the talkie.
Oh, okay. I see how this works. Okay, so all right. Maybe Ross is the man to talk to. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Jimmy, I'm going to throw on my one question here.
Here we go.
There we go. I've seen.
Okay, here's your question.
We love the heckles and how you react to them on stage. Do you have a favourite heckle that you've had while doing a gig?
Not so much during a gig. I mean, I love that thing that you know. It's almost like the heckle stuff. It's like asking a magician to do real magic because people know that you've written the jokes, right? People know you've prepared a show.
Yeah.
And then you go, well, look, just ask me anything or shout anything you want. And then being funny in the moment, people are like, oh, right, he does this. That's incredible. And there's a sense that that's more incredible than the pre-written stuff. But you go, yeah, but if you spend enough time on stage, you kind of get good at it. I don't know. It's the funniest ones. The funniest ones, I think, are when you're not expecting them. Out there in the real world is where heckles really shine.
Yes.
I remember I'm a big tennis guy, right? I love tennis.
Yep.
I went to see, this is like 25 years ago, I went to see Queen's Club just before Wimbledon.
Yep.
I went to see this British tennis player who shall remain, Tim Henman.
Okay, guys.
And he was playing very badly. You know, so they do that thing between sets. They go in and they have a little sit down.
Yep.
So he was going in to sit down, and a guy in the crowd, not me, a guy in the crowd just shouted, "There's a bit of shit at the end of your racket." and he looked, and the guy went, "Not that end."
I mean, that is brutal, isn't it?
Oh, man alive. But it's that wonderful thing where when people come and see me live, right, and I've had great times in Perth, it's that thing where you go, it's kind of self-selecting. The people that come and see my show are into this kind of thing. So you never get, even if the heckle seems incredibly aggressive, you have to remember the only reason someone is shouting out is because they want to make it an even more fun evening for them and for everyone else. So it's all good. I love the heckles.
Because, I mean, that is the thing for you. It's not really heckling. It's them just putting their hand up to be eviscerated by you, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and I don't have a monopoly on this sense of humour. You know, I think that's kind of the great thing about, like, you can add very little value to a U2 concert, right? It's like you could sing along a little bit, but really it's let Bono do his thing. Whereas with a comedy show, everyone's kind of funny. Everyone can chip in. Sometimes the heckler wins.
Yeah.
I love it. Great.
It doesn't seem like that happens very often.
I wouldn't have thought so. They're not going to outpoint you. No way.
No, the one that did get you was when he said his dad died, right?
Oh, that one, yeah.
Dad died during your
Watching your show.
Netflix special. And what did he say at the
Watching
end?
my show, and he delivered it so beautifully as well. My dad actually was watching one of your specials when he died. We got the autopsy report back, and he actually died of boredom. And it was just,
wow.
It was so beautifully delivered. It's like, yeah, great. We put it out. We put it on all the social media. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Great, bring it. Because the guy had such balls doing that line. That could have landed differently.
Jimmy, are you always taking questions? Because there's some of the clips on your Instagram. You're in Bulgaria, and you're just waxing lyrical with the crowd, but you're asking for questions.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's like it's very set sort of bits within the show. So obviously, there's a show that's written that's got like the best jokes I've written in the last 3 years in it. That's an hour and a half of three gags a minute. What I do, I mean, like if you like my stuff, I've got a very high frequency. I've got a good fastball.
Yeah.
So if you like jokes, you are in luck. And if you want beautiful, heartfelt stories about trauma, I don't know. I guess there's other comics available.
Yes.
I don't know if that's true.
But then there's
you go.
There's other, and then there's bits of the show where I go, right, anyone got anything, ask me anything, heckle, join in, great. And it's very clear. The audience kind of get when you're kind of riffing and when you're back to the material. It's a really nice, because it's light and shade as well. It's a long show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do an hour and a half, 2 hours on stage. So you want there to be some little bit of ebb and flow in the evening.
Some of the stuff that I like, I just for a second, I listen a lot to Chris Wilkes' podcast, and you've been on one that I listened to and went for nearly 2 hours. But mate,
I think it's fantastic. Modern Wisdom. This week, I think maybe the greatest podcast episode of all time is Chris Williamson interviews Naval Ravikant. It was earlier this week, dropped on Monday.
Yep.
It is. I mean, if you like a podcast, if you like a smart guy that knows how to live his life, Naval Ravikant may be the greatest guest. He's only done like 5 podcasts ever, and he did Modern Wisdom on Monday. So it's kind of if you're into podcasts, you are in luck.
Well, I was into them, and certainly I'd recommend everybody listen to you because, I mean, we all know how funny you are, you're the best comedian in the world, but to be able to hear your insights on life in general, I thought it was outstanding, mate.
You're deep, man.
Yeah, it was. It was really outstanding.
That's very sweet of you. Well, occasionally I've got a side hustle a little side hustle of wisdom. Occasionally I'll do like Diary of a CEO or Modern Wisdom or Joe Rogan and talk about serious stuff. But, it's just, that's like a little side thing. I think, on the live shows, it's just like, let's keep it. I know I'm in the service industry, right? As are you guys, right? We're there. I'm basically a drug dealer. I supply 2 drugs, dopamine and serotonin, and Border Force Australia cannot touch me. Because people have already got the drugs on them.
Yes.
I'm just kind of, I'm the release mechanism. So people, I think as soon as they buy a ticket for a show, they're like, it's an intention. They're going, right, I'm going to go out and laugh my ass off for 2 hours. I'm going to have a great time. And it's just like, they want to join in. They want to, but it's amazing how much more you laugh and you feel all the benefits of that when you're in the room. As well, but sometimes you get criticized for something, or someone like says, "Oh, I think you're very funny," and you go, "Yeah, because you watched it with subtitles while sitting on the toilet." It's not really. That's not the ideal environment for comedy.
Yeah, no, that's right. Jimmy, before we let go, we have to talk about Last One Laughing as well, which currently Facebook is feeding me so many clips of this show because what a cast, for starters. You're the host. The idea is you get a bunch of comedians in a room and then they're not allowed to laugh. It's so good. It's so good. That's
one way of saying that's the idea. Well, my idea was to spend Jeff Bezos' money. That's what we wanted to call the show. Where we kind of, often when you're making a TV show, there's no solutions, only compromises. You often have to compromise. And we didn't have to. Yeah. We got all the cameras we wanted. We got all the guests we wanted. For me, as a host, I feel like that's the closest I've got to actual theft. Because you go, well, I didn't have to do a goddamn thing. I had Richard Iowati and Lou Saunders and Bob Mortimer and all these incredibly funny people doing their best. And it's such a simple game. You would think this would be over in seconds. It's the funniest people in the country trying to make each other laugh. I know there's been an Australian version, and they've done it around the world. It was huge in Japan initially, and there's a German version which I think has been going like 4 years and no one's laughed yet.
I mean, the Australian version was hosted by Rebel Wilson, and it was Sam Simmons, who's been on 8 out of 10 Cats many times. Sam Simmons got weird really fast, though. He got naked really fast. You know, it deteriorated very rapidly, the Australian version. I think the English version keeps it cleaner.
Yeah, I mean, we've got. I don't know. Maybe that was filmed pre. I don't know. Who knows what happened there? But I've seen the Australian version. I think it's lovely, that thing of like, you can sort of check out around the world what people are doing. So people that watch the Australian version kind of go, all right, okay, we'll see what the Brits are doing, and you'll know a lot of the. Someone described it in a review, and I really loved it. They described it as the Cats Does Countdown cinematic universe.
Yes.
You know, we've got there's a lot of people that kind of regularly do my shows, and they're fantastic, and I love them, and it's lovely to see some of the newer people really shine. Harriet Kemsley and Lou Saunders and stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, do you get nervous at any stage anymore? I mean, you've been doing it for so long. You're an absolute professional. Or do you get revved up before you walk out on stage?
I don't want to. I'll drop a little bit of wisdom there your way. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Be prepared. I don't get nervous because I know what the work is and I've done the work.
Mm. What about when the tax man calls?
Oh, well, I mean, that's why I'm playing Australia, because it's offshore for me, isn't it? I don't have to play the inland revenue because I'll be playing by the coast. I'll be fine.
Nice.
We love your work, Jimmy. Can't wait till you get
absolutely.
here. It'll sell out. RAC Arena. Thursday, the 21st of April, so not too long to wait. But tickets go on sale today at 2 p.m. at bonepresents.com.
It's
next
quite a long
year.
time to wait because it's in a year's time. I think you really have to listen. It's your first day presenting a radio show.
I wasn't sure how desperate you were for money.
Okay. So Sean and Ross are staying. Natalie's going. Okay, that's the decision.
Voted off the island.
Final.
Thursday, the 21st of April, 2026. Take your time to get here. Thanks so much, Jimmy.
Good on you, Jimmy.
I'm on my way. I'll drop in when I'm in town. Thank you so much
Love
for
you
having us
too.
on. Take care, guys.
Thanks, mate.
All right, cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We've talked a lot about footy today because it is, of course, Monday. But I don't think we've talked about the most famous football kick that happened in this country over the weekend.
It was probably the most entertaining. I mean, you don't want to laugh because someone got hurt, but it's just like such a bad situation.
So we're talking about Peter Dutton, of course, kicking a footy at a photo opportunity in Darwin. Let's have a listen to the report.
For a Queenslander, Peter Dutton is pretty handy with a footy. A little too accurate with the Sharon for camera operator Gaith Nadia.
Oh, got him.
Oh, got him.
Got him. He really did get him. So it's hit the camera, which has jammed it then back into Gaith's face.
Yeah.
And he started bleeding from the forehead.
Yeah.
And from anybody, as you know, you would have been hitting the forehead at some point, Sean. It bleeds a lot, even from a little cut. And so the next thing is, of course, shows him like bandaging him up, this poor camera guy.
Yep.
It just doesn't look good.
Got him.
Because that's what he said. Got him. Like he was celebrating. Got him. Play it again.
Got him.
Yes.
It's all good fun until you realise the guy is bleeding.
Yeah, they'll set up like a slips cordon, all the camera throng at that. I hadn't seen it. You showed me that this morning, Nat, and straight away, because we've been talking about the politicians. They have to do these things.
Yes.
And in some cases, they elect not to. And the reasons why they elect not to is because of the possibility of this happening.
I know.
Got him.
Got him. We all remember Scott Morrison falling over onto a child in a soccer game during an election campaign, and it's like, that doesn't look good, does it? It looked like he tackled him to the ground, but he didn't. He kind of just tripped and fell and knocked him over. Yeah. But then kind of hugged him to, I think, protect him in the fall. But it was like you've just nailed a kid.
It goes from lighthearted fun to it just ruins the situation. And
never forget the time that Nathan wrote a penny farthing. This is Nathan trying to get off a penny farthing after it was his dream. And this is the anniversary of this was yesterday because my Facebook memory threw it up. I don't know, 9 years or something. Yep. Have a listen to this.
It's going to come down. He's down.
He's down, and he took out a little girl on the way. Are you okay?
The bike's still shaking.
Nathan, shush.
You broke my fall.
Yeah, we had to give her an iPad to keep her quiet.
Yeah. She had the neck brace on for a couple of years, but
penny farthing. And he came from a height.
That's
like
right.
What, metre and a half
Because
up.
what he did was watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to get onto a penny farthing. It's not easy, but he didn't watch any on how to get off.
Well, sometimes you get involved in these activities and you don't mean to hurt somebody, but it's a bad moment when you do because you don't know what to do. Do you stand around? Do you get involved and try to help?
Or do you just yell, "Got him!"
Got him!
Oh, got him.
That's it.
13 24 10, we want to know, have you just, like, it was all good fun until you actually managed to hurt somebody and then it was bad. They might have been bleeding. You might have, like, cleaned up a child, whatever it is. You didn't mean to. We know that you're a good person, but it just looks bad to everybody who was looking on. Sian's in Melville. Good morning, Sian.
Good morning.
Hi, Sian.
Sian, you're a very special person to this show because tell us why you've called in.
Oh, well, because my daughter was the one that Nathan hit on the penny farthing.
So you came down that day. It was a moment in time because it was the first time Nathan's ever got a chance to ride a penny
And it was his
farthing.
dream. He'd always wanted to do this.
I know, and I called in because, like, I knew that my brother-in-law had the penny farthing.
Yes.
And was going to be able to, do this.
Yes.
And
it was Kim, wasn't it? He owned the penny farthing.
Kim owned the penny farthing, and we came down to watch, and I brought my 2 kids down, and they were very excited.
They had a front row seat, safe to say.
Yes, they certainly did.
Yes, and your delightful little daughter, what was her name again?
Lani.
Lani, that's right.
So Lani's standing nearby, then Nath falls to the side. What was her perspective?
And collected her.
Yeah. And
well, she was filming it all, and then of course she was more concerned about my phone being destroyed by, being collected by Nathan. And I'm really sorry he's not in the studio, so I can give him a hard time.
We are too.
Well,
That'd be great.
we did give Lani an iPad just to basically stop her from suing us.
Yes, you did. And my son was very jealous that she got the iPad and he didn't get anything. That's okay.
He didn't get, like, crushed to the ground by a grown man.
No, that's true.
Sian, how old's Lani now? Make us feel old.
Well, she's 17, almost 18.
So she's doing. Is she in year 12 this year?
No, she's finished year 12. She's taking a gap semester and heading to uni. Soon. So
Wow.
She's an adult.
She's
a grown up.
Any child
super young.
trauma.
But we still talk about it, and like you, it still pops up on my Facebook memories. So
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
You were made to meet halfway. Expedia were made to plan where halfway is. Expedia, made to travel.
Auckland, LA, Vegas.
Oh my God.
Nova's Red Room Global Tour, powered by Expedia.
Nova's Red Room. Let's go. Let me hear ya. Post Malone's album F1 Trillion is out now and available everywhere. 'Cause I can't go.
Oh, it's so good. Nova's Red Room Global Tour. It's your boarding pass to see the world's biggest artists up close and personal. It's all powered by Expedia, and it is quite the lineup.
Certainly is. We're going to kick things off an exclusive Nova's Red Room event in Sydney.
Then you're going to Auckland, Gracie Abrams Live, where you'll be staying at the QT Auckland. Pre-show drinks on the QT rooftop.
Nice, classy.
LA, Dean Lewis, and then the one most people are excited about, Vegas, Jelly Roll and Post Malone.
What a double. Well, you have to register online or via the Nova Player. Then if we call you back, that puts you into this Friday's draw, which is the last one. And Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel could be calling you back. Claire, hello.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We're wonderful, Claire.
Now in Friday's draw, Claire.
Amazing. Thank
One
you so
step
much.
closer.
You certainly are, Claire. You need to have your phone on you on Friday. But what really entices you about this whole experience?
Oh, to be honest, it all sounds absolutely amazing, but I think I'm most excited for Gracie Abrams.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She's big, huh?
So have you managed to score tickets for when she's here in Perth?
No, I haven't. I'm a little bit poor at the moment, so I had to hold back on those.
I mean, why would you go and see her in Perth when you can see her in Auckland? You know what I mean? On Nova Dime. Yeah.
Hey, Claire, are you still at school or you've got a part-time job? Where are you at with the cash?
Yeah, I actually just graduated from my master's. I just started a job.
Oh, did you? Oh, what do you got your master's in, Claire?
I got it in counselling, actually.
Fantastic.
Oh, you're
Gee,
doing
there's a
great
big need for
things.
that.
Yeah,
We all need
exactly.
some here, please.
Oh,
Sign
yeah.
us up. We're on board.
For sure. Well, we hope
right.
you make millions in the future, Claire.
Claire, so you can afford Gracie Abrams tickets.
That's right.
Whenever you want them. All right, good luck on Friday. Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel could be calling you back, Claire. We wish you all the best.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
If you missed our chat with Jimmy Carr or you want to hear the extras, the whole unedited thing is going to be on our podcast. So check that out.
He is great.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier on, but the Pav is going to be joining us on the show today, tomorrow, and David Williams as well. So we're playing Morning Glory for the last time. It's your opportunity to go against David in head-to-head. General knowledge stuff.
He takes no prisoners either. It's not an easy win.
Bit of cash up for grabs. It's
There
not an
is a
easy
bit.
win.
Final
That's good.
Glory home game, I think, on Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. That tracks. Hello, Truso.
Hey, morning, guys. Happy Monday. How are you both? Big
Monday.
weekends, I see.
Yeah,
Huge
busy
weekend.
time. Truso, can we talk about you and your dad at the footy?
We definitely can. I had a big weekend. Went to the Dockers and the Bulldogs yesterday. Great game, very nervy. But
Because you're a massive Dockers fan,
big
right?
Freo fan, yeah, and Mum is as well now these days. But Dad and my sister are both Western Bulldogs fans.
Wow.
So every time the doggies come over, we go. And they went to a function on Saturday night to celebrate the 100 years of the Bulldogs.
Oh, right.
It was really cool. They had the Premiership Cups. They had a few former
What
players
do they call it
there.
here? Are they the Western Bulldogs?
Yeah, I guess so. I think their supporters group might be called Sons of the West or something,
Okay,
like, which
Sons
is
of
in
the
their
West.
team song.
That's
Yeah,
cute.
so
Yeah.
there's a big community out here. But they went on the Saturday night and they won a raffle.
Okay.
And the raffle prize was that they got to be out on the ground pre-game. They got to carry the banner out and they got to be holding the banner while the Bulldogs players ran through.
Second prize, do you get to put the bins out? Like, what is that? What's that?
We did laugh because it's a bit of manual labour, really.
Yeah,
It's not
it
much
is,
of a
exactly.
prize, but no, they were stoked. We went there early and saw them get to do that, which was really cool. And then a pretty good game of footy, especially for the Dockers. Took the 4 points. Yeah,
absolutely.
So
Righto.
big day out, but.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Inaloo or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.